right by the pool, bust out this freestyle. I'm like, let's do this. And then he's like, man, I didn't know he could dance.
Cobra Kai.
Kidding me.
Yasmin and Moose bitches.
Bonsai, I'm the Cobra Kai Kid, and I am joined by AJ Hicks, who plays Edwin on Cobra Kai. How are you doing today, AJ?
I'm all right. What's up, man? What's up? It's good to be here.
It's good to see you. I know we were talking. It's been some time. I mean, you've been in the show since season 1. I've been watching since the beginning. I don't know when. I can't recall like when we first started like messaging. I mean, but like it's just. I mean, you've just been there since like the show has just come so far. You've been there from the start. I'm so happy to be talking to you. We got a lot to talk about. So how's everything going like for you recently? Like are you doing anything new? Like what's been going on in your life?
Well, everything is good. Everything's good, man. I am a lot of training. I'm taking some acting classes. As actors, we're just always auditioning. I got a project coming up. I can't really say too much about it, but I'm really excited about that. And you know how it is, just grinding. But it's good. I'm very happy. It's good.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, I'm out. Well, whatever it is, I'm excited. Are we going to be hearing about it soon? Do you think?
It depends. It's in the really early stages, but I've got a really good feeling about it. So hopefully soon.
Okay, cool. I'm excited for that. Awesome. So we also want to announce to everyone that throughout this interview, we're going to be raising money for the American Cancer Society. AJ, do you want to talk about because you chose this organization to raise money for today? Do you want to talk about what it is and why you wanted to help it?
Yeah, so I chose the American Cancer Society for the fundraiser because cancer, it has definitely affected my family. My father passed away from cancer, and I've had other family members deal with cancer. And I feel like it's something that everyone has dealt with in some way, shape, or form, and that we can all connect to it, and that we all agree it's tough dealing with cancer. It's a tough thing, not just the patient and the family members, friends. So I wanted to raise money so that we can find a way to, end this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that about your family.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is the American Cancer Society in particular, like, is that organization, have you done anything with them before? Or?
Not yet until, this is the first thing I've done, but, I'm praying that my career keeps going, and for sure, definitely will plan to do so much more.
That's great. That's great. So if anybody wants to donate out there, there's a blue donate button below this video so you can donate, help support. Yeah, but beneath somewhere down there, you'll find it.
It's somewhere.
You'll find it. It's blue donate button. You'll find it. Good luck. That's on you guys. So thank you guys. Appreciate that. So I want to ask you, because you have been in the show since the beginning, and I mean, it's been like 4 or 5 years since season 1. Yeah. So like, how has your life, how has your life changed from season 1 to season 5 from being like on Cobra Kai?
Well, it's changed in great ways. I'm just so grateful. Every time I think about it, I'm like, wow. Because I started as a background West Valley High student. Like, it had nothing to do with Cobra Kai at all. And I was originally supposed to be on set for only 2 days. And one of the PAs, I guess, with the producers was talking to me and was like, do you think you're available tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, I could come tomorrow. And then it just kept, can he come tomorrow? Can he come tomorrow? And eventually, like, I was in the dojo and I saw the fight at the cafeteria with Miguel and Kyler. And then from there, just grew into this. Like, I didn't know 2 days would turn into 5 seasons. So, it's a great experience. I've been recognized in public. Like, It's like,
Awesome.
are you the dude from Cobra Kai? I'm like, yeah. And I have my mask on too, man. Like I'll have
Oh
my mask
wow.
on sometimes. Yeah. And they'll recognize me. And I'm like, yeah. And then some fans are like, man, why don't you go to Miyagi-Do? Like you're always at Cobra Kai.
You're the only one.
Yeah,
People say
like
that to you.
yeah, they get mad because they're like, you should go to Miyagi-Do or Eagle Fam. Like, why you have to be so bad? I'm like, I'm loyal. I'm loyal Cobra. I'm the loyal Cobra, you know?
Dude, that's awesome. This yeah. So yeah, you are like you and Craig are the only guys to like
Yeah.
right? You're the only two from season
Yeah.
1.
Yep.
And
That's Craig,
that's
my boy.
yeah. That's crazy because also I mean, yeah, they show like there's so many people switching dojos like that, you guys were in it since the start and you're still there.
Yeah.
Like was there ever any discussion about when they were like when they were like deciding cuz I mean they have a bunch of scenes of okay, now this group is going to Miyagi-Do, this group is going to Eagle Fang. Was there
Yeah.
ever any consideration of you guys, like you and Craig, going over, or were you guys always going to be Cobra Kai?
I never knew much really. So like whenever they would do that, because we started that in season 2. Like that scene where Daniel walks in with
Yes.
Johnny. Yeah. So at that part, they were telling some of us who was gonna leave. And every time we've had that discussion, they always look at me, the big three, they always look at me and they're like, you'll stay.
Dude, it's like such a big thing because it's like you're like in the show, it's like you're switching dojos, but like as an actor, if they say you're going, it's like you're on a completely different set with different actors. You're doing
Right.
completely different training. Like that's like a big deal.
Right. So I've just been, the dojo's my home. Cobra Kai is my home at this point. Like I've gone through every sensei, both dojos. Like I don't really see myself, I haven't even been able to see myself as anything else because every time I come back, it's just Cobra Kai. Like even season 5, like I didn't worry about it. I was like, I don't know, maybe they'll switch me this season. I just walked in and like I knew it, Cobra Kai. So
are is are you happy with that, or do you wish maybe like you
oh,
could
I'm Cobra Kai for life.
have? There we
Oh,
go.
I'm Cobra Kai for life. I'm
Well, that
I'm
makes you
I'm
stand
good.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the black, the yellow, the geese, like the attitude. Because naturally, I'm just like a positive person. Like I'm really like light and I'm really cool, chill to hang out with. But Cobra Kai is like really like
Hmm. Yeah.
so it's like a different vibe for me. So as an actor, I love that I get to stroke that bad side, and get more comfortable with it. So it's awesome. I love Cobra Kai.
Yeah, you're a pretty bad dude in the show.
Right.
So when you're like getting into that mindset that like I'm a cobra, like I don't like strike first, strike hard, no mercy. How do you get there? Because yeah, I mean you're such a nice guy. Obviously, like you're like you're nothing like terrible Edwin on the show. So it's like, I mean, how do you get into that mindset?
um I just go into that place where I'm playing this character, and I think of all the scenes around me, all the characters that's in my scene. So like the time where I was with Jacob, like I would feed off of his energy, Kreese's energy, because I'm usually with those characters. So I'm like, I just put myself in that place, and all of a sudden, once they yell action, I'm like,
Mm, yeah.
and and then when they say cut, I'm like, hey, what's up, y'all?
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're intimidating. I mean, the only time you smile in Cobra Kai is when you're doing something bad.
yeah. If I'm teasing somebody,
Yeah.
only time you'll see me smile.
Yeah. That's great. All right. So I have to ask you, like, like, what if your friends and family, what have they said about like your role on the show? Do they watch Cobra Kai? Are they fans?
Oh yeah, they're fans. My mom loves Cobra Kai. My brothers and sisters, They love Cobra Kai to the point where I got my youngest brother Anson a Cobra Kai phone case. Like he breathes
Mm.
Cobra Kai. Like he'll just watch the season one,
Sick.
season, like he just, yeah. And then a lot of my family members, they were into the Karate Kid. They watched it growing up. So when they heard about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, is everybody back? Like, are the original actors back?" And I'm like, "Yes." And they're like, "How did they get that? How did they do that?" "Oh, I'm definitely tuning in." And then after they'll watch it, they'll call me and they're like, "Why are you on the bad side?" Yeah,
It's
so
like
they're super supportive. They all watch it.
that's great. It's like they think you're actually the character. Like AJ, why did you hurt that innocent boy? Why did you
Yeah,
support him getting his arm broken?
right. But you know the biggest issue they have with me, like
Yeah.
not just my family, but with like followers online and everything, when I helped Hawk spray Mr. Miyagi's car.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
will not let that part go. I'm like, y'all, I'm just doing my job. That's what they wanted me to do in the script. Like, it's AJ and Edwin, you know?
Yeah, why I have to ask, why did you do that? Because that was a little messed up.
I walked in on set and they're like, they passed me the spray can, and then they're like, so I'm thinking we're just gonna spray the fence or something, spray his fence, and like we're gonna spray his car. And I see the iconic yellow car like right in my peripheral. I'm like, we're gonna spray paint that?
Mm,
Oh, they're gonna hate us. They're going to hate us. The fans are going to hate us. But we didn't actually do it though. You know, we just acted like as if we were. But it was still fun. It was still fun. But I wouldn't do that. But Edwin sure
yeah.
does. He doesn't care. So it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, so I mean, it's so cool just because like I mean, you've been everywhere in the show. Like you've been in so many scenes. You've been a part of like all these like really significant moments. So like I'm curious, like, do you have like a backstory for your character? Did you create your own backstory? Like, do you have like kind of like why is he like this? Why is he doing these things? And what do you hope like maybe we can like explore more with him?
Every now and then I've thought about a backstory for my character, like where he came from. Definitely my start would be watching Miguel beat up Kyler in the cafeteria. Like that's what I would say drew me to Cobra Kai for sure.
Mm,
Because remember in season one, we dressed like very like not the popular kids, like very, nerdy, quote unquote. So yeah, I was definitely the quiet kid. I would say Edwin was the quiet kid, got pushed around, and he saw Miguel that inspired him to go to Cobra Kai. And then from there, like this switch. When Hawk did his flip, everybody saw Hawk's flip, but Edwin had a
mm,
flip too, you know. So the thing is, Hawk found a way to flip back. Edwin's still, on the other side, you know. So yeah, definitely karate made him popular, and I think he just loves the attention, and he loves that he can fight for himself now and doesn't have to depend on anybody as much anymore. You know, he doesn't want to be bullied, but now he's become the bully.
mm,
Mm.
yeah. Do you think that there is a story to explore in the future? Because I mean, season 5, a lot of characters like you, Big Red, Little Red, like got like their moments to shine. Like, do you think that like, I mean, we've heard, the writers might have a couple more seasons in the plan. Like, do you think
Right.
that there's like that they'll kind of want to resolve maybe even like your storyline, like that you'll get a little more? Like, do you think there's a story there that you'd want to see play out?
I feel like there definitely is. I would love to have more story time in the show, get people to see more of who Edwin is. And I definitely feel like that is a possibility because ever since season one, the big three, they would always tell us, like, hey, if we're keeping you around, there's a reason. Like, there's everything that the big three do, they're doing it for a reason. So they would always tell me, like, hey, we're keeping you around because we've got plans for you, everything. So, I trust in what they say because they're awesome. John, Josh, and Hayden, they're amazing. The whole cast and crew, they're awesome. So if they say something, I'm for sure they're gonna stick to it. So crossing my fingers, everybody will see. We'll see. But definitely season 5 already gave us a little peek of Edwin, a little more of who he is, bitches. So
Bitch.
Yeah, so I feel like we'll get some more.
I love that. Yeah, can you talk to me about, because that was like, I mean, you've been in scenes where you've like when Hawk was breaking Dimitri's arm, like you were yelling, but like this was the
Right.
first time that you actually like heard it was just you, bitches. Like can you talk about that? Like getting like that first
It was,
line.
man, it was incredible. That day was amazing, like from start to finish, because it was really early and I was already in bed. I was still sleeping and then my phone went off, and it was a weird number, but for some reason something told me to pick it up. So I
Mm.
pick up and I'm like, hello, and, and it was one of the stunt fighters. His name is Jesse, and he like helps us do choreography. He was like, is this AJ? I'm like, yes. And he's like, AJ? And I'm like, okay, this person acts like they know me. I'm like, who's this? He's like, this is Jesse from set, Cobra Kai. And I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And he's like, I wanted to talk to you about the last episode that's coming up. We want to put you in the fight, like to be a part of stunts. And then like I was all sleepy, and as soon as he said that, my eyes like opened up real big. I got out the bed and I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me. What? Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. And then I got to set, I got to rehearse with the stunt team. It was definitely a different experience, getting to rehearse. And then when we're about to film, usually we just go straight to set. But one of the PAs, she was like, oh, we're going to take you to sound. And I was like, sound? Like usually, just the cast members usually go for sound to make sure their mics are working and everything. So I'm a little confused. I'm like, maybe there's a little mix up or something. So we get to sound, and then she's like, we're miking him. And she points to me. And I was like, wait. You're miking me? And she's like, yes, you didn't hear? I'm like, no. Like, yeah, you got a line this episode. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are playing with me. This is either gonna be the best experience or the saddest joke. And then like they mic me up, and then everybody's like, congratulations. Josh, he walks up to me and he's like, all right, AJ, your line is bitches. And I was like, let's do it. I was like, let's do it. So the scene is with Jacob and Gianni, and then when they came on set to rehearse the scene, they were all like, so you got a line, let's go. So everybody was just really supportive. It was, when I tell you, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh my god, dude, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I mean, you freaking deserve it. I mean, like you
You,
you
man.
put in so much into this show, and that's so awesome because yeah, you are like you're primarily like in like the dojo scenes and like some of the scenes where they're like out, but you're not always a part of like the stunt, like the fights and all of the
Right.
stunt things, right? So this was like a surprise to you, right?
Yeah. It was so real. It was awesome. Like I always love being on Cobra Kai, like from season 1 to now. But season 5, that episode was definitely a different experience, and it was just so positive. And I wasn't nervous because I had known everybody already. Like the chemistry is already there, so it was just super easy for Edwin to slip in, because he's been there from the start. He's grown with these characters too. Even though no one's heard him speak, he's still in the moments. He's still experiencing everything else. So it was super easy for me to just plop right in.
Yeah, yeah. I have to ask, when they mic you up, are they like, is it like a mic under your shirt? Like how does that work?
Yeah, it was under my shirt, and because I was doing so much movement, they had to like wrap the cord around my
Mm,
stomach. So when I was doing like the kicks or getting punched and all that, the mic wouldn't fall out of place. So yeah, but it went up my jacket.
okay. So every actor who has the lines, they have a shirt in their or a mic in their shirt, and they also have the mics, like the boom mics and all that, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah. And then after
Okay.
some time, they took the mic off, and the scene was using the boom mic too. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious because I love movies and I love TV. So I'm curious, like, do both of the sounds sound like identical from like the boom mic and the shirt mic? Because like when they put it in the editing room, like you don't want like like if they're using something like a one line from the shirt mic and then another from the boom, like, you know what I'm
True,
saying? Do
true,
you know how
true.
that works?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think there would be a difference. And if there is, I'm sure they've got the software to,
Mm,
make it seamless so people wouldn't even know.
yes. It's so cool how they do that. Are you
Yeah,
into
it's so
that?
cool.
Are you into
Yes,
like the
I am.
technical behind the scenes, like camera work, all that?
Yeah, especially not on that magnitude yet, but as a content creator on Instagram, like you and I, we both know like we've got to edit videos, make sure the sound is right. So
Mm,
doing a lot of that got me into the post-production side of things on that scale level. But I'm sure like if I would ever have to do something like that, I would definitely be into it.
yeah. So I speaking of your Instagram, I definitely want to talk to you about your music. If everyone out there doesn't know, like some people out there might not know, but you are a musician as well as an
Yes.
actor, and you are freaking incredible. Like, guys, I am not just
Thank
saying this.
you.
Like, your voice, it's like you have like, I mean, it's electric. It's just like when you perform "The Show Must Go On" at where did you know what I'm talking about? You performed it at
Yes.
that, yeah. Talk to me about that and like your music. I want to hear all about it.
So I've definitely been singing since I was 3 years old. So like music has always been a part of me. Um, I'm pop R&B artist, and I got my start in music first before I got into the whole acting thing.
Mm,
So for the show must go on, I had to perform it at this show, and listening to the song, it had just played on Cobra Kai. So I was like, oh my gosh, what a coincidence. Like, out of all the songs they would request for me to sing, they request for me to sing The Show Must Go On. So like I already knew about it, and just performing that song was so great because it's not really in the genre that I mainly focus in. So it was always good to, sing different songs and just be versatile in music because there's so many genres. So like I fell down that hole of just listening to those types of songs. So I enjoy singing The Show Must Go On. Like sometimes I'll just hum it like around the house. So like just that experience was definitely dope. And the lighting, you saw the lighting that they had and everything, and they had
yeah,
like smoke. So it was like really intense. So it got me definitely into that space. So it was an awesome performance. I'm glad I got to do it.
yeah. No, you're awesome. You're a great singer and piano. You play piano. What other instruments do you play?
Just piano right now. I do have a guitar, but it's a little difficult for me right now. But I'm trying. I'm trying, but definitely piano and voice. Those are definitely my two.
Yeah. How are you on a guitar? YouTube?
YouTube, and then this app. I can't
Is it
remember
called
it.
Cordify? Is it called Cordify?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
there. Cordify.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's a great app where you could like search
Yeah.
up the song and it'll
Yep.
tell you the chords.
Yeah, and sometimes I use that app just for like when I'm playing it on piano.
Yeah,
Just if I need to know them like really fast, I'll just look up on the app and then I'll just have it there. It's super easy, super easy.
yeah. That's a great one. And then once you learn to play guitar, I mean, just got to get those like the basic chords, and then then you can
Right.
just go from there.
Yeah, I think for me it's the my fingers like when they start to hurt, just
Hmm.
building up the durability in my fingers. I think once I get that, I'll be better. Like I just got to get through that phase. But it's like so I'm a little all over the place. So sometimes I'm really focused on it and then I'll fall off. But I just gotta be consistent with it. As soon as I get past that, I think I'll be good.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
started playing guitar when I was in like preschool. Like my parents
Oh,
gave me guitar lessons, so I've been playing for a while. So my little fingers were always in pain, but but like as I grew up, because I started so young, like then it became like more durable. So yeah, it always in the
yeah.
beginning it's like so uncomfortable. You get the like the calluses, but
Yes. Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, but I can't wait to hear some guitar covers.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming. You just gotta stay at it, Just stay at it.
Definitely, definitely. So I do want to ask you, how did you get into acting? Like what made you want to do this as a career?
So I've always been a musician at heart first, but then I used to live in Miami, Florida. That's my hometown. And then around 2016, I moved to Georgia, and the music scene is big there as well, but then there was also the acting scene. And I was like, I like acting, um, let me see what can happen, because I know a lot of actors who become celebrities through their acting, and then they use that as a way to go into music or vice versa. So I was like, there's so many different avenues. Let me try out acting. So that's how I got into acting, just how big the scene was here in Georgia and Atlanta. And that's where I found Cobra Kai. And that
Yeah.
definitely helped start everything for me, for sure. Yeah.
So how did you get the role specifically for Cobra Kai? Like how did you audition? Can you talk about that process?
So I got it through Facebook. I found the post on Facebook. Every time, because I get asked that question a lot, like, how did you get on it? And when I
Yeah.
say Facebook, everybody's face is like
What's
Facebook.
a
I'm
what's a
like,
Facebook?
right. So I found it on Facebook, it said casting teens for untitled karate show, looking for
Mm,
teens who have past experience in karate or dance. So the only reason why I felt comfortable enough to submit was for the dance part. So I
mm.
was thinking maybe it's a karate dance show. I know, but nowadays there's like anything could be a show. So I was like, maybe it's a karate dance show. So I submitted to it,
God.
and I didn't hear for like maybe 2, almost 3 weeks. So I didn't think I got it. And then I got an email saying, hey, are you available for the 2 days as a high school student? I didn't really think much of it. I got onto the set, and I didn't really see like Johnny. I didn't see William or Ralph. So I still didn't have an idea of what it was until like maybe the second week when they put us in the dojo. And then that's when everything clicked. I was like, I've seen this guy before. Is this the
Oh my
Karate Kid? Yeah.
So wait.
We were in a high school, so I didn't know. But when I saw those characters, I was like, I've seen him before. And then I saw the snake, I saw the fist, I saw the snakes. I was like,
Where am
this is,
I?
yeah. I was like, what is this? So then that's when
Oh,
it clicked, and they told me, yeah, Cobra Kai, they're bringing it back, a continuation. And I was like, this is lit. This is going to be amazing. Yeah.
that is like actually insane. Like, so when you were filming the high school scenes, you didn't know that like Ralph Macchio and William Zabka were a part of this, and like what, like you didn't know it was Cobra Kai. You knew
No,
you
because
know it was
when I
Cobra
submitted
Kai.
to it, no, I didn't until like I got on the set and I saw like the chairs and I saw the logos and
Yeah,
everything. Like I knew the show was called Cobra Kai, but it still wasn't clicking that it was
yeah.
like a continuation from the Karate Kid saga. So I was
Mm.
like, until I saw those actors, that's when it really clicked for me.
Did you like, but did you still like after that, did you understand like what this show was? Because if you're just like going to school and then just like being in the dojo randomly, like it might just seem like what is this? But did you understand the whole story of like what it was?
Eventually, yeah, from just asking, the PAs, different people around, like, hey, what's this show about? What's going on here? And then eventually, like, I got it down and I understood what it was. And then by that time, the big three, they introduced themselves to us. I had met William Zapka. I met everybody. So it was like definitely easier to grasp the whole concept of what was going on, what the show was about, and what our characters were.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously this show has like freaking taken the world by storm. So
Right?
it's crazy. it's
Yeah,
it's crazy. So
crazy.
when you were filming season one, like did you know like that like this show is gonna be like watched by a lot of people? Like, was there like a moment where you're like, wow, like we're making something really good here?
I always felt like it was going to be a great show once it clicked like what it was. Because like that whole phase of like they're rebooting shows, but a lot of them like weren't doing too well. So I was like afraid. But then when I saw the show and the storyline, I was like, oh, this is gonna blow up. And this was the YouTube Red phase. Like we weren't even on Netflix yet, and I knew it was gonna be huge. But once like Netflix picked it up, I was like, okay, yeah, it's definitely gonna skyrocket. Everybody's gonna know about it. Everyone. And look at us today, like season 5. We're talking about, 5 seasons of an incredible show. It's Cobra Kai is awesome.
Yeah, I was just like looking at like just the episodes, and I'm just like it was literally today, and I'm just like, dang, 5 seasons. I remember just watching season 1 on loop, and I was like, wow, like this is it. But it was like,
yeah,
I didn't know. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. 50 episodes. 50 episodes.
How do you know how many you've been out of the 50?
I'd say maybe 43 or 42.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because season 1, I don't think we came in until episode 6 or episode 5.
Episode 5.
Episode 5? All right. So I definitely was in every episode of season 2. Season 3, I might have been in like 6. Yeah, so I would say around 43, 42.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
You've been
I know, and from 2 days, man.
Oh my God. Like, is that crazy? Like, you've been in the show more than like Thomas, Ian Griffith. Like,
right.
Like,
that's
literally.
Crazy. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I have. I have been in the show longer than him. Yeah. And he's also phenomenal actor. Just getting to work with him, definitely amazing experience.
Yeah, you've worked with William Zabka, you've worked with Martin Kove, you worked with Thomas. Like I'm curious, like, can you compare? Like, I'm sure, like, like as people, the 3 of them are so different, and obviously the sets, the setting are very different. You're in Cobra Kai, but it's run by these different sensei, these different actors. So, like, as an actor, like working with Zabka, Kove, Griffith, like, can you talk about what the atmosphere was like and what it was like working with the 3 of them?
Okay, so with William, he's so awesome. Like, and definitely great. He was my first sensei. He was tough, but there was still like he was definitely bringing my character out of that glumness of being bullied all the time and not being, being picked last for sports and everything. And he was just getting us ready for the All Valley. And that was really cool. And that scene where he's like, you guys are ready? And we're standing behind him. We're like, yes, sensei. Like, that was just so invigorating with him. Like, it was awesome. So he definitely was like very positive. And then when Kreese came in, like, it was still positive, but it got really like tough, like really like no mercy for real. That's when we really started getting bad. And then Silver, he just changed the whole atmosphere. He took us out the dojo and had us bad and rich. Like, we looked bad and rich. Yeah, so they all definitely brought their intense, badass energies. And, being able to say that I've gone through all the senseis is like pretty iconic. It's pretty cool for me. Like, I just love being able to say that. It's cool. It's definitely cool. I'm happy I've been on the show as long as I have.
Yeah. And so speaking of that, I mean, I think you being in the show like since the beginning is a very big reason why you were just announced to be in the Cobra Kai video game as a playable character.
Crazy.
Talk to me about that. That is nuts. That's awesome.
Nuts. It's freaking awesome, man. Like, I lost my cool. I was like, wait. Did that just say Edwin? Because it was going through like the character log, and then I saw my character. I was like, no way, no way. I was like, dude, this is crazy. I was like, mom, I think I'm in a video game. And I just showed her the video. She was like, you're in a video game. And we're like screaming. Like, it's crazy. I am so happy. I'm so grateful. Like, it's crazy. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
That's awesome. That video game, not just a video game, the Cobra Kai video game. It's like you're
Right.
with like all these other characters, 28 playable characters. Like
That's an
you're
awesome
you're
roster, by the way. 28. That's
whew,
like, yeah, like that's an awesome character roster for sure.
yeah. So you're getting it, I assume.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
You're excited to play as yourself? Is that like
I don't
strange
even
to hear?
know. It's strange, but a good strange. A good
Yeah.
strange. Like if you could tell, if I could tell AJ from 2018 that he
Wow.
would be in a game from starting as a background character to being able to be in a stunt fight, get line, and then be in a video game, like it's
Mhm.
crazy. It's just so real, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so thankful every day. Like putting on this shirt, just saying that I'm a part of the Cobra Kai world, the legacy, is just definitely a moment for me. Like awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, from being called for 2 days for a West Valley student to now being in the video game. Like, it's
Right.
crazy.
It's crazy. And that's why whenever people who follow me on Instagram who are also actors and they ask for advice, I always tell them, background work, because you're in the background, you're not necessarily having lines or being part of the real main story, but sometimes there's special cases where things can happen, on set. You never know what can happen. Like in my group, Owen was with me, and it happened for him too, and for Nathaniel. So like just get out there. Like if you're an actor and you're watching this video, just get out there and put yourself in those spaces, because if you don't put yourself in those spaces, nothing can happen for sure. But if you
Mhm.
put yourself in those environments, you never know what can happen. Always be ready and just go in with a positive attitude, because you really never know. You really never know.
That's great advice. And also, it's like, you know, this isn't just like a random show. This is Cobra Kai. And like there's so
Right.
many diehard fans, including myself, who and I mean there's even that I think I forget the Instagram user. I think you know who I'm talking about. Cobra Kai shout out, who shouts out all the background extras. You know who I'm
Yes.
talking about?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yes, so it's like, I mean, this show, it's like I always say, you could have Johnny, you could have Daniel, but what makes this show so special is the ensemble, the supporting cast, Edwin, Homeless Lynn, Counselor Blatt, all these different characters that like add to this universe. It makes it a universe. That's why we have a video game. There's all these characters, you know?
Right. Right. You couldn't have said it any better, man. I definitely. And just like you said, being that it's not necessarily a new show, it's growing from a legacy of films, of classic films that they literally inspire people, and
Mhm.
so Cobra Kai being a part of it is just so real. I'm honored to be a part of it, and I don't take it for granted. I don't. It's amazing. Everyone is amazing, from the cast, the crew, the writers, the cameraman. Everyone's awesome. Everyone. And everyone understands how amazing Cobra Kai is, and everybody just wants to respect it, you know, for the fans, for everyone. So the support that we get from it is incredible.
Yeah, of course. And so season 5, I mean, a lot of the fans were saying this, and I'm curious for you if it kind of felt like this, like acting. They were
Hmm.
saying that the finale, I mean, we know it's not going to be the last season. We know we're going to get a season 6, but a lot of people were saying season 5 because it was pretty conclusive, like in terms of like Cobra Kai, like ending, Silver going to jail. When you were on set, did
Hmm.
you kind of feel like did it feel like the end in a way? Like, did some aspects feel like this is kind of like it didn't end really on a huge cliffhanger with you guys. So how did you feel? Did it feel like it's kind of the end or no?
I got to be careful with this question. I got to be a little careful with this question. Let me see.
My next question is, who wins the Sekai Taikai? I'm kidding.
Oh yeah. No, no. I don't know. Yeah, with the big three, I'm gonna just say with the big three, you never really know what to expect, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Fair enough. I will ask. Okay. If now that this is all theory based, I mean, because season 6 hasn't even been written, so I know you don't know, I don't know, even John, Josh, and Aiden don't really know because it's not really written, but I'm sure they do. What do you want to see next from Edwin? I mean, Cobra Kai is done kind of for now that we know of. Do you think? I mean, we know like there's a world tournament coming up, like so. For yourself, like, you know, as a fan, like what do you think would happen to your character? Do you want to see him go to Miyagi Fang? Do you think you're gonna compete in the Sekai Taikai? Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
I would love, honestly, first of all, I definitely would just love more, more play into the story. I don't necessarily know where, because you never know what to expect from the big three. But if I were to say theorizing, if I were to say like I could be in the Sekai Taikai, like that would be great. Definitely, because I've already started like getting into the stunts. So I've already have like an idea of what to expect, and watching all the other characters for so many seasons, like I've seen the stunt process. So I know what I'd be gearing up for. So I already have an idea of in my head how to prepare for that. That would be awesome. I definitely want to fight more, more dialogue, but I won't give my direction necessarily. I'm not going to give Edwin a direction yet. I'm going to leave that up to the big three. So I'm definitely excited, though. I'll just say that I'm super excited for what's to come.
There we go. Same here. I want to ask you, what is your favorite scene, episode, and season of Cobra Kai?
Okay. So favorite
like
scene?
To film. Like scene, episode, and season of Cobra Kai that you filmed in particular.
Okay. Favorite scene, episode, season. Well, I feel like my favorite episode is season 5, episode 10.
Yes.
Like season 5, episode 10 for sure. But I will say that I definitely loved season 2, filming season 2. Episode 9 with Moon's party, where I got to do that freestyle against Nathaniel. Yes. That was pretty cool. Coyote Creek, red team versus black team. That was awesome. The laser tag fight from season 3 was great. The school fight was great. The school fight was legendary.
That's legendary.
Yeah, but I would have to say season 5, episode 10, where Kyler Edwin walks in on Hawk and Dimitri trying to infiltrate the system. That would be my bitches. Yeah, that was awesome. That was great.
Yeah. So when you mentioned the dance scene from episode 9. I mean, that's one of my favorite scenes. Was that freestyle? Was that dance choreography that you came up with, or did they direct you to do that?
So it started off as a freestyle. It was a freestyle that I did, and then each time that we filmed it again, I thought I was gonna do just freestyle. So I did that freestyle the first time. What you see, that's what I did the first time. And then after we cut, John walked up to me and he said, okay, so I hope you can remember everything that you just did because we're going to shoot it again so that we can get the same, shot. So it turned into choreography, but it really was a freestyle. It really was
Mm,
a freestyle at first. And that was another great experience.
that's awesome. And you ended up doing dancing on the karate show.
Right. Right. It's so full circle. It's so full circle. So I'm glad. I always think about, like, I'm glad I happened to go on Facebook that night because I usually don't go on Facebook too much anymore, primarily Instagram. But that's why I say you never know where life leads you. And I'm so glad I did it. Really glad I did it.
Yeah, so you went on for because it said karate and dancing. Like, I mean, I'm sure they said that because of the choreography aspect of
Right.
it, but that's why you signed up. And then
Yeah.
there was no dancing until that.
No dancing until then. Yeah. So
Wow.
if the only part said dancing, it said karate and dancing. And I said, well, I am a dancer, so let me submit to it, and led to all of this.
So how were you chosen to dance for that scene? Were you like the only dancer on set for the Cobra Kai dojo? Like, how did that come to be where you would be doing that?
So that scene wasn't even originally in the script. That they just decided to do that on set, like it just
Oh,
happened.
wow.
I remember all the Cobras, we were just hanging out by the pool, and John comes up to us and he's like, "Hey, so for the next scene, it wasn't a scene that we had written. We just happened to come up with it now. And I wanted to ask if any of you knew how to dance." So, I didn't raise my hand first. A couple other people may have raised their hands, but I was a little, I wouldn't say shy, but just I wasn't quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks to, Craig and my buddies, they all spoke on my behalf. They were like, "John, AJ knows how to dance. AJ knows how to dance. AJ knows how to dance." So he looks at me, he's like, "You know how to dance?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he pulls out his phone, literally pulls out his phone, picks a song, and he's like, "Can you do a little freestyle for me? Let me see what you got." So right by the pool, bust out this freestyle. I'm like, "Let's do this." And then he's like, "Man, I didn't know he could dance." Like, yeah, let's do this. I want you to dance against Nathaniel Miyagi-Do. We're gonna have a dance battle between dojos, and let's do it. AJ, you want to do it? I was like, "Heck yeah, for sure." So then I went in, and then they had to clear the area so I can rehearse in the space, see if it was enough space to film. And that whole moment, I was like, you never know what can happen. That's why I always tell people, you never know what can happen, because I was just sitting by the pool. Now I'm filming a whole dance scene. So it was awesome. It was awesome. I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't expecting it, but it was cool.
That's brilliant. I love how John's coming with the phone, like, "Hey, like, here you go,"
Yeah.
like, just like
Yeah.
just
He's just like,
dance.
literally, man, just pulls out his phone. He's like, and he's like, "Hey, let me see what you got. Just
Like,
bust
go,
out,
just go dance randomly.
Yeah. Yeah." And then, like, most of the people on the set kind of like stopped what they were doing and were like watching what was going on. So like all eyes were staring at me. I was like, you know what? We just gotta do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's like if no one's like like if they don't know like what's going on, they're just like they're getting ready to shoot, and they just see the creator with you guys, and you're just dancing when he's holding his phone.
Right.
That's great though.
I
That's
can
so
imagine
awesome.
someone looking like, what is going on over there?
John Hurwitz is getting funky.
Right.
That's great. That's so funny. Oh man. So I wanna ask you, I have one more question for you. I
Mm-hmm.
wanna ask you, um, do you have any acting goals or personal goals for yourself going into the future?
Okay. So for acting, I definitely, my dream role would be to be the main character of a show that has to deal with entertainment, like music and dance. For example, like Empire, Star, like shows like that where you get to act, sing, and dance. Like, I definitely would love to play a part like that. And also, like a superhero, if I could play a superhero too,
Hey.
that would be great. That would be awesome too. Like Static Shock. Like if I could play Static Shock, that would be dope, you know? So those are
That's
definitely
awesome.
my acting goals. And, you know, as far as music, definitely starting to put out my own material. I want to put out my own original material for people to listen to. Because, you know, I do primarily covers right now on my Instagram
Hmm.
page, but there's definite plans to put out my own music because I also songwrite. So I have that in the works too. So I'm excited for that. And, you know, just I respect the grind of the industry and, you know, just always learning, always improving and networking, meeting new people, like all of that I see for myself down the line, you know, definitely for sure.
That's amazing. I mean, you're doing great stuff now. It's only
Thank
gonna
you.
get better, of course, of course. And I want everyone to check out your music. So why don't you tell everyone right now, where can they follow you? Where can they hear AJ Hicks and his music? Let's hear it.
So everybody, you all can follow me on Instagram at AJ Entertains. AJ Entertains on my Instagram. You'll find all the content that you need from there. Just hit go on Instagram right now. I know you got your phone next to you.
Yes.
Go on your phone, type AJ Entertains, click that follow button.
I'll make it easier for everybody. There will be a link in the description.
Yeah. You
So you
want to point
can.
down here? You want me to point here?
Yeah. Like right
Here,
there.
here, right here. All right, right
There. Somewhere down there, there's the donate button. There's the description. It's get a little interactive with it. You guys can scroll around and find that. You guys
Yeah,
Johnny for
around.
his help. Johnny will be able to help you with that.
Send it to the internet.
Sit it, hash brown Cobra Kai. It's great. It's great. And before we wrap up, we do have a video clip of AJ performing The Show Must Go On, which we talked about. Do you want to say anything about this song and performing this song in particular?
It was incredible getting to sing that song and the atmosphere, like the stage, the lighting, like it was just so intense. And it was the first time ever performing that song. So it was definitely new for me, but a great song is a great song, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
like just putting myself in that space, like it just flows so easily. So I'm excited for everybody to hear it and you know, you can get into it.
All right, here it is. The Show Must Go On.
The show must go on.
Enjoy. So there you have it, AJ Hicks. The Show Must Go On. That was absolutely amazing.
Thank you, man.
Of course. You're so talented. You have such a great voice. You got like the Michael Jackson voice. It's like a lot of. I hear that Michael Jackson voice. It's like, dude, it's like such a good voice.
I look up to him a lot. He's one of my biggest influences since I was 3. So
Wow.
definitely, yeah. MJ is up there for me for sure. Yeah, number
And
1.
and that's not an easy voice to kind of match. And I mean, you.
Like I don't. The thing is, I feel like maybe because I listened to him so much, like especially during his Jackson 5 era when he was in the Jackson 5, like I've listened to all parts of his life. So I grew up singing his music from when he was a child to when he was an adult. So I maybe that played into it. Maybe. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. I mean, you're great. You're great, and I could
Thank you.
talk to you for hours. I could keep talking to you. We'll have to do a follow up discussion.
Oh yeah.
And talk more. It was such an honor. I'm so glad we got to do this finally. You know, it's been a long time coming, and once again, congratulations on Cobra Kai and everything else. Excited for your new project. We'll
Thank
keep
you.
our eyes out for that. And is there anything you want to tell the viewers before we wrap up? Anything you want to say?
I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting Cobra Kai, for supporting the show, for supporting the cast and crew. Like, we all appreciate it so much. I go through all my messages. I try to read as many messages as I can. You guys are so supportive. Like, people are sending me their reactions to seeing me say my line, to see me
Oh,
in the fight. Like, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I've watched this dude since season 1. He's getting play. Like, I'm so happy for him." Like, I try to get through as many videos as I can, many messages as I can. If I don't comment back, I'm sorry, but I'm trying. I will get to you guys. Like, but I just want to say I see your support. I see it. It does not go unseen. So thank you so much. And I'm speaking on behalf of everybody in the cast. All your support, we appreciate it 100%. And we appreciate you too, man. Like, all your content is incredible, Drew. Like, it's great. Like, we love the support from the fans.
mm. Thank you, AJ. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. So thank you so much. Thank you for doing this with me. I really appreciate
Of
it. You're
course.
awesome. I can't wait to play as Edwin in the video game. Let's go. Dude, no mercy. I'm so excited for
No
that. That's gonna be
mercy.
good. No
Yeah,
mercy.
I'm
No
excited.
mercy. That's gonna be good. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this interview. We will see you next time on Cobra Kai Kid. And until then, remember,
Cobra Kai never dies.